Right now, a quiet war is being waged, not on battlefields, but in boardrooms, factories, and research labs across the globe. This war isn't about weapons, money, or even political influence. It's about something far subtler, but far more critical. The materials that power the technology we use every day. You might think this is just another tale of trade wars or technological conflicts, but what's unfolding right now is something different. This quiet battle has the potential to reshape how we live, work, and communicate for decades to come. For years, we've been eagerly awaiting the next big leap in technology, the next groundbreaking smartphone, a revolutionary AI breakthrough, or a clean energy solution that could combat climate change. But what if the real roadblock to these advancements isn't innovation itself, but something much more elusive and hidden from public view? That's exactly what's happening today. A seismic shift is taking place in the tech world, driven by a powerful move from China that sent shockwaves through the industry. China recently announced restrictions on the export of three critical materials: gallium, germanium, and antimony. Most people have never even heard of these elements, but they are the unsung heroes of modern technology. They form the backbone of everything from microchips in our phones to the batteries in electric vehicles and even the life-saving equipment in hospitals. Suddenly, the world's tech giants find themselves in a precarious position. Without these materials, the future of technology as we know it is at risk. Now, you might be thinking, why should I care about gallium or germanium? I don't work in tech or own a Tesla. But here's the reality. The impact of these restrictions goes far beyond tech companies. If the flow of these materials is disrupted, the ripple effects will be felt across industries and around the globe. The pace of innovation will slow, and the promises of tomorrow, everything from advanced smartphones to clean energy solutions, could start to feel like distant dreams. Take electric vehicles, EVs, and artificial intelligence, AI, for example. These technologies are at the forefront of global efforts to tackle some of humanity's greatest challenges like climate change and automation. Yet, without access to the raw materials that underpin these technologies, progress could grind to a halt. Imagine a future where your next phone upgrade is delayed, AI breakthroughs are postponed indefinitely, and clean energy solutions remain out of reach. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a potential crisis. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the urgency of the situation is becoming clearer by the day. China's move to tighten its grip on these materials has set off a global scramble. Nations are racing to secure their own supplies, companies are hunting for alternatives, and researchers are working around the clock to find substitutes. But none of this happens overnight. It requires time, investment, and a significant shift in strategy. For the tech giants, the consequences are monumental. They're now facing increased competition for these scarce resources, and the pressure to secure them before someone else does is immense. If they fail to adapt quickly, the disruptions could be catastrophic. This isn't just a hiccup in the supply chain. It's a global power struggle that could redefine the future of technology. The United States, for instance, is already ramping up efforts to reduce its dependence on Chinese materials. It's investing heavily in alternative sources and building new supply chains to safeguard its tech industry. Other nations, too, are jumping into the fray, locking in trade deals and forming strategic partnerships to ensure they aren't left behind. This is no longer just a two-player game between the US and China. It's a global race for control over the resources that will shape the next technological revolution. As this drama unfolds, new players are emerging on the scene. Countries that previously had little involvement in the tech supply chain are suddenly finding themselves in high demand. India, for example, has been making strides in the semiconductor sector, and this could be its moment to shine. If India can secure alternative sources for gallium and germanium, it could play a pivotal role in reshaping the global tech landscape. This shift has the potential to redraw the global power map. Nations that were once on the periphery of the tech world could become central players, forming new alliances and partnerships that reshape the industry. But this transformation won't be easy. If China continues to tighten its grip on these materials, prices will skyrocket, and the pressure on tech companies will only increase. They'll be forced to either invest heavily in finding new sources or compromise on the quality and availability of their products. For consumers, the impact will be felt in multiple ways. Longer wait times for new devices, higher prices for everyday technology, and slower advancements in fields like medicine and renewable energy could become the norm. The future we've been promised, a world of seamless connectivity, groundbreaking AI, and sustainable energy, might take longer to arrive and come at a greater cost. But it's not all doom and gloom. This crisis is also sparking a wave of innovation. Tech companies are being forced to rethink how they source and use materials, leading to breakthroughs in alternative technologies. Researchers are exploring new options such as graphene and other advanced materials that could eventually replace gallium and germanium. These efforts are driving the industry forward, proving that necessity is indeed the mother of invention. The question now isn't whether the future of technology will unfold. It will. The real question is how quickly and at what cost. The race to adapt is pushing companies and nations to innovate in ways they never anticipated. This could lead to technological breakthroughs that we can't even imagine yet, redefining what's possible in the decades to come. At the heart of this battle lies a simple but profound truth. The materials that power our technology are as critical as the innovation itself. Without them, progress stalls and the future becomes uncertain. But with the right moves, this crisis could be a turning point, a moment that drives us to build a more resilient and sustainable tech ecosystem. As we look ahead, it's clear that the coming months will be pivotal. The decisions made now will shape the trajectory of technology for years to come. Will nations and companies rise to the challenge? Or will the weight of these restrictions hold them back? One thing is certain. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. This quiet war, fought not with bullets but with trade restrictions and supply chain strategies, is a reminder of just how interconnected our world has become. The devices we rely on, the systems that power our lives, and the innovations that promise to solve our greatest challenges are all tied to a complex web of global resources. And as this battle plays out, it's worth remembering that the future of technology isn't just about what we create, it's about how we get there.